Do you ever observe how your environment affects you? I especially mean clutter. Clutter versus tidiness and not even being organized, just kind of keeping things, well, I guess keeping them organized and keeping them tidy. I especially mean your space, your living space, where you spend your time or where you work, where you relax. Is it cluttered? Is it organized? Is it tidy? Is it clean? Is it creative chaos? Like, do you ever observe? Do you stop and observe yourself and how your environment affects your mental just space or well-being or even mental health, I guess? Because this is what I was thinking about. Right now I'm visiting my family and I love them. Of course I love them, they are awesome, but they like stuff. They have a lot of things around, and I was observing how it affects how even just how I can think, how clearly I can think, how many things I have in my head, how easy it is to get from A to B. And I did notice this, and it's really interesting. By the way, it's finally raining. I'm so happy with it. It's finally raining. We've been having such a drought. It was so dry. Yeah, the temperature dropped a lot, but I don't care. It's really, really nice to have finally some rain, some moisture. Nature really needed it, so I think it's great. Like it's fine. I'm very happy with it. But this is what I was noticing. Like for the first few days or even weeks, I can just manage and just operate in my normal ways. But after a little while, I noticed how my own mental health or brain space started to be different. I'm not saying degrading, just different. Like I noticed that with the physical clutter or just like things around, how much more difficult it is to think clearly, to get from A to B, to even just think about what I want to think about, honestly. Like, I need to write more lists, and I do more journaling just to keep my head clear. Like, for example, for me, and I'm really curious about how you are with this stuff, walking into the kitchen when it's clean and tidy and things are put away and everything is wiped down and it's nice and tidy. We have some bird companions this morning. It's really nice. I think they are very happy with the rain. And the air is different. So walking into a kitchen in the morning or even in the daytime, doesn't really matter, which is clean and tidy, is a completely different feeling than walking in and everything is all around. There's a pile of dishes in the sink. The dishwasher is filled up and needs to be run, and then there's just like, let's say the kitchen the countertop is not really wiped down, the stovetop has some food pieces or stains or whatever. Like, before it's tidied up, because people are busy, they run around, they do stuff, and sometimes these things stand around for a little while, and I'm not saying this is bad, but to observe how I feel when I walk into that, as opposed to walking into something that's clean and tidy and things are put away into their places, it's completely different. So it's completely different mental space or capacity, maybe that's a good word, mental capacity. Or if I want to make just the most simple food, like let's say I just want to make a quick sandwich or I just want to put some lentils up to cook, if I start with a clean space and I just take out a pot or take out a plate and the things I need and then I immediately put them away, that's completely different than when I need to start with tidying up, putting the things away, washing 17 giant pots, because I have a big family. It's always very busy. Even if it's just my parents and a few people coming and going, it's always busy. And if the dishwasher is full and it needs to be, if the cycle needs to be finished, then it needs to be unloaded and reloaded, all of these things. That's normal life stuff, but I've been just observing how I am. And if I go into a clean kitchen and I just take out a pot, put the lentils in, put it up to cook, set the timer and go out, that's very different than if I need to do half an hour of organizing and tidying and washing pots. And I was observing how it affects my brain space, my mental space, and I think also my energy levels, in all honesty. So, and this is just the kitchen. So I was thinking about how other people do this, how you do this. Do you keep things clean and tidy and organized? Do you have like a large family? Or are you just an untidy person? That's okay. Sometimes I have my kitchen, if I have a kitchen, untidy and disorganized, and things are going to just craziness, and then I need to go in, or David needs to go in and tidy up and organize before I can do anything else. I think just, that's sometimes life and it happens, and I aim not to do that, but sometimes that's how it is. Especially a Sunday evening. Like, washing pots on a Sunday evening maybe is not my favorite, and I think that's life. And then on Monday I do it. And then, of course, this can stand for other parts of the apartment or house or wherever you are, like your living room, your bedroom, your any other space, bathroom, doesn't matter. Just generally, how it is, the environment or our environment that we even create for ourselves affects how we feel. And of course, there's like a ton of research for this, and I think that's, like, I observe it on myself. It's completely true. But I just wonder about this stuff. And also, because of my lifestyle, I oftentimes in other places, and I spend time in other people's spaces, and how that affects me. It's also interesting to observe. Some places are, even if they are clean and tidy, but they have so much stuff, like just things everywhere, that eventually it really tires my brain out. And other places, especially I guess Airbnbs, where people don't really live, but there's just like the useful items, like a nice sofa or a nice table with some chairs, maybe like a few little decorations or some artwork or questionable artwork. I ran into some very funny artworks in my Airbnb journeys. Those affect how I am. And I noticed that actually I really do like empty space. Like, yeah, it's nice if it's nicely done and there's some kind of standards, which sometimes is the case, and sometimes, like, people have really interesting ideas about what spaces should or could look like. Like, I guess I could even do a documentary about this, because there are some really interesting solutions and ideas, including somebody once in Albania, an Airbnb created a bathroom that literally looked like a cave. It was short, it was huge, it was short. The shower and the bathroom itself, it was very short, like, and I'm not a very tall person, it was short for me, extremely dark, there was no light, it was painted dark purplish, and it was actually modeled after a cave. And I was like, I guess it's possible, I don't know why you would do it, but there's all sorts of really interesting solutions out there. Maybe I should find the photos, it's interesting. Anyways, I digress. But the fact that I walk into a space and then I spend some time in that space affects my mental health, my just well-being, and how cluttered my mind is. It's a very interesting observation for me. And because of my lifestyle, I do spend time in different spaces and places and with different people. And I don't know, I just like to observe these kinds of things. And if you have your own observations or experiences, if you travel a lot or if you don't travel a lot, but you observe these things as well, just write them down in the comments, because I would be really interested to know how you observe these things, how you are, how you just subconsciously react. So I'm curious, let me know. And on that note, the rain is starting, which is very good, but I'm going to start to head back, and I will wish you a very good day or night, because I don't know where you are and in which time zone you are. And I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye for now.